Buenos dias, guys. Welcome back to another video. So, you decided that you want to win a lot of locals, win some OTA specs, pull some ultis, do all of this, just make some money, but don't want to invest too much into a good deck. Then this is the deck for you. I promise you guys, if you learn this deck, you will dominate your locals. Okay, I promise you. That's a fact. I've done it. Okay, people are scared to play against me on my locals, so I promise you it's going to work. Um, Watch this video to the end because I'm going to explain to you how to play with this deck, and I'm also going to show you like the worst hand possible to still combo off with two cards. So this deck is really consistent, and it's total of 50 bucks. Okay, it's only 50 bucks. So let's do this, okay? To all my brokies out there, let's do this. Let's go. All right, so check this out. We are playing 3 times Simon. First of all, let's say, okay, the only expensive cards in this deck is Zudri. This card right now is rising in value, so try to get this as quick as possible. I think you might get some still for like $5, but be quick because those can shoot in value. A couple of weeks ago, those were like for $2-3, but now they might go like over $10. So gotta be careful with that one. This is the only expensive card in this deck right now. For this budget deck. Obviously, if you want to play more competitive, you're gonna need some prosperities. You're gonna need some this and that, and yeah, we're good with that. Okay. But why did I choose the Kali Yuga bit for competitive? To be honest, um, if you want to play like a pure synchro build, then you need too many expensive synchro monsters in the X deck. And yeah, this is a budget deck, okay? One Baron de Fleur, one Chaos Angel is already 50 bucks, which is like the total of all of this. So I decided to go with this one. Um, but this is right now, to this date, the only Blackwing deck that has made the best tops. I did it, Silent Blackwing did it, a couple other subscribers did it. So, and they all did with mine and with Silent Blackwing's deck profiles, okay? So, this is definitely right now still the best Blackwing deck. Okay, I'm working right now actually on a better one, the Bestial Blackwing control deck. I've already showed you a little tease of it. If you want the deck profile right now, it's over at the Patreon. Um, this one is actually really insane, and I believe it's going to be better than the Caliga build, but it's pretty expensive. It's really expensive, but it's really good. But yeah, however, I decided to go with the Caliga build because it's actually really cheap, man. It's like you can build this really cheap. The prosperities would add more consistency to this deck. Some people like to play Allure of Darkness. Me personally, I don't like to because the only time where you need Allure of Darkness is when you break with a bad hand. And when you have a bad hand, you usually have like only one Black monster in the hand. And if you do have like Allure of Darkness and you activate Allure of Darkness and you draw only one monster and another spell card, then you have to banish again another monster. And like it's not worth it because what if you draw like a Raider's Wing, or what if you draw a Zephyros with Allure of Darkness? You cannot control what you're drawing with Allure of Darkness, and in a deck like the Caliga build, it's this can go, this can backfire so quick, so quick. The moment you see Allure, you might look happy, but then it's gonna do this with you. Okay, so trust me, Allure of Darkness can hurt you really, really bad. Or of course, it can also be good. But usually we need some draw power when we break. And when we break, Allure of Darkness is not going to help you. It's really not going to help you because you need to banish your black monster that you actually need. So, not good, okay? In worst case scenario, you have to banish something like the Raider's Wing or like a Zephyros or like a Steam or whatever, okay? Some cards that you usually don't want to have banished immediately, okay? By the way, Steam on hand is good. You can banish him if you have Simoon in your hand. But if you don't have Simoon, then you don't want to banish it, okay? So the only cards that help us to get more consistency are the small worlds. And I'm also playing the Twin Shadow because right now, sometimes a lot of people play D-Barrier, a lot of people, and you're gonna need the Twin Shadow to still get it to your hand with Zudri. Okay, so once you do all your combos to try to get the Twin Shadow to your hand, set it, and then in your opponent's draw phase or whatever, you can activate it. You can use summon Sylvant or you can summon Full Armor Master to at least survive. So that's something which is really important. And besides that, yeah. So Um, I decided to play Noctivision as the small world bridge because we are playing a lot of hand traps. In this current format, you have to play all of those hand traps. Bot breakers don't do shit, especially Dark Ruler is not good anymore. It's only good against Sprite, but you're not gonna see as much Sprite as usually. You're gonna see a lot of decks that try to combo you off, and you gotta stop those combos to hand traps. And the hand traps, if you brick with hand traps, but you still have small world, thanks to Noctivision, you can bridge in any of the from through any of these into any black monster. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. So basically, you will always have access to Simoon if you have small world and one of the hand traps. For example, let's say you have Droll on your hand. You can banish Droll from your hand, and then you can banish Noctvision from your deck, and then add Simoon to your hand. Okay, that's how it works. But if you don't have any of those on your hand, let's say you have, for example, Vata on your hand. If you have Vata on your hand, then you can banish Vata from your hand, banish Noctivision from your deck, and then still add Simoon to your hand. But if you do have Noctivision on your hand, then you can banish him, banish, for example, a Veiler or a Droll, and then add either Vata or Shamal to your hand, which is still something that might be helpful to get into your combos. Okay, and yeah, you could also play Assault Synchron in this deck, but like I said, I'm trying to make this as cheap as possible, and the only expensive cards are literally the Zudri, 3 small worlds. Each of them are like $3-4, and then you have Ball Savage Dragon, which is like $10 or something. So these are the only expensive cards. All the other cards you see here are like not more than $1. Shouldn't be. Yeah, you got nothing common. You got Warrior Stone super rare. All those Blackwings you get in common. Maybe Silverwind might be a little bit expensive. He's also rising up in value a lot. But besides him, they all. You got the reprint of the Armor Master and Ultra Rare. That's nothing. Reprint of Draco Berserker is also 10 cents now. And all those others. Maybe Caliuga is like $1. Who knows? But yeah. But besides that, they are all cheap as fuck, man. Okay, all of them. The only thing where it gets expensive is with the Radiant and sorry, with the side deck, my bad. Because in the side deck you're gonna need some lightning storms, you're gonna need some evenly matched, you're gonna need some imperms maybe, like stuff like that that get expensive. So yeah, right now how I would run in this deck, like the side deck would be like having the 3 evenly matches, and maybe even for going first some golden matches would be really nice. Because the only out, the you can, I think these are also cheap. Play the golden matches. Oh, you don't see them, right? Hold up, let me just do this real quick. Okay, so I would recommend to play the golden matches because if your opponent doesn't have super poly, the only other out that he could have is Kaijuice, Lava Golem, whatsoever. So in the draw phase, you should always activate golden match so that your monsters cannot get tributed. And if that's happening, then you should be fine. Okay, besides that, like I said, some lightning storm would be really good. Like that, and then some feather duster. Very good card. And then what I like to play right now is also some Book of Eclipse. Especially against like those decks that try to give you King Calamity in the draw phase. So in the draw phase you try to book all of them and then they cannot Calamity you. So that's also something that I would recommend. Besides that, you can side in some Dark Rulers, but it's not going to be as good like in the last format. Okay, so just to let you guys know. Oh, and also the Radiant. Against Pearly, you always want to have Radiant. Okay, Radiant is a card that you always want to have. So yeah. Okay, so you got all of those cards for the side deck. Besides that, what else? Yeah, you can have like another Veiler here. Why not? And what else can you do here? I don't know. Maybe like a second Radiant, because against Pearly, you really need to draw a Radiant, man. If you don't draw the Radiant against Pearly, it's gonna get tough. It's really going to get tough. Yeah, but like I said, this is really expensive. It's optional right now. You don't necessarily need it. You can also just win the just win the dice waltz, and if you win the dice waltz, you should be already good. Okay, so yeah, just win the dice waltz. Honestly, that's all I can suggest. Win the dice rolls, and then you can scoop game 2 if you don't draw good, and then uh, just win game 3 again, okay? Because the stack is pretty consistent. You should not lose that easy with it. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna just go through every single card here real quick so you can pause if you want to see one of the cards. Real quick for you guys, just going through. Okay. There you go. All right. Now let me show you real quick, like, the least possible combo with this deck. Before we go into the combo, let me just show you real quick the consistency of the stack. So this looks like a really good hand for going first. Going also good. Great hand. Great hand. This is like, this could suck really bad. But if we go in second, let's see. Can we draw like something? We're gonna draw a Veiler. Okay, this is like 1 brick. But who knows? You might survive with those ashes. But this is a great hand. This is another great hand. We can banish just the steam, and don't worry guys, having the Raider's Wing or the rank up on your hand is not a brick. It's not a brick, trust me. If you've been following my videos, you know that you can still combo off with that. Yeah, nice. Here, for example, you can use the small world. Here, boom. Banish these two, and then you can get whatever you want. Okay, here's Simoon, for example, and then you can combo off again. Yeah, another good hand. Another great hand. By the way, even Gale and Zujit full combo. I'm gonna link in the description, in the comment section below, every possible 2-card combo. And then here, another combo. Oh, okay, here, it's again like small world is saving your ass. You can just use a small world. Banish the Veiler. Banish Noctovision. And then I would recommend to get Zuju to your hand. And then Zuju, Black Whirlwind is the best thing that you can ask for. Great hands. This is a brick, unfortunately. But you're gonna survive maybe 1 or 2 turns, and then hopefully, yeah, it's drawing steam. Yeah, you could. This can be a brick. But at least you got some hand traps. Who knows, man? Who knows? Okay, here you got another combo. Having draw is also good. Good. Full combo with interruption. Full combo. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is disgusting. You don't have a single black monster to banish. That can happen though. That can happen. Like, there's no deck on this planet that does not brick. It's just not no such thing. Even I've seen my friends with Runic, they don't play single hand traps and they brick. It happens. You have full combo. Even this is still good, man. This is still great. First of all, you got 2 hand traps, and Vata and Shanga is still like a really solid board. Okay, so don't underestimate that. And then you still have Twin Shadow, so you'll be good. And yeah, all right. So consistency is proved. Let's move to the combo. All right, here's one combo for you guys. Vata, and this is also the reason why the Caliga build is so good, because with only Vata and Black Feather Weapons, you are definitely going to see the win. So that's something really nice. Here you're gonna activate Vata's effect, send Zephyros and Hammertown to the graveyard. On the summoning, you can special summon Vata again with Black Feather Weapon, activate Zephyros effect, bounce back to Black Feather Weapon, and then activate again. And then we can go here into Burial Storm, activate its effect, chain the Black Whirlwind again, so that you cannot get Ash on the Burial Storm if they do have it. Then you can go here into Vata, send Steam to the graveyard, and then use Vata and Burial Storm to go into Wystrix. He's going to special summon the Zudri. Now you can use Blackwing Dragon and the Wystrix to go into Bardiche, activate Bardiche's effect to get the rank up, and send the Raiders into the graveyard. tribute the bodies to get Steam out, and then go here into Joe. You're gonna get a token thanks to Steam. And then you can special summon with Joe, Burrito Storm again. Use Burrito Storm and the token to go into a level 7 Raikiri and overlay these two for Asna Falcon. Activate its effect, get Shamal out, and then Raider's Wing in the graveyard will be special summoned by detaching card. Now you can go here into a Ball of Savage Dragon. So if your opponent does have some stupid stuff like Book of Eclipse or Cosmic Cyclone, some quick spells in the draw phase, you will still be fine thanks to Ball of Savage Dragon because you got this Omni Negate. Okay, I would not suggest to now special summon the Blackwing Soul Dragon. Don't do that because you're gonna need him for the grind game. Otherwise, you might not be able to OTK next turn. Okay, so in the main phase, you as soon as possible try to activate the quick spell and then summon Kali-Yuga. Then in your next turn, once your opponent just passes turn, you're gonna banish Burrito Storm and Blackwing Dragon from your graveyard. Special summon the Blackwing Dragon, and then Black Feather Wing will special summon Burrito Storm. On the summoning of Burrito Storm, you can get banish Jamal. You get Zudri. You could also immediately special summon Joe with the Black Feather Whirlwind, and then with Joe you can get Raikiri back. But I would suggest to do it this way so that you're definitely going to seal the win. On the summoning, you get Zudri to your hand thanks to Shamal. And then you can normal summon Zudri over here. Get another Black Feather Whirlwind or Shamal. And then you can synchro summon here into a full armor master. Activate the Black Feather Whirlwind. Get Joe out and Joe will give you Raikiri. So it's also pretty cool, isn't it? And then that's how you're going to OTK. Alright guys, that's a budget deck. Should not be over 50 bucks. Like I said, the only expensive cards is Ball, Savage Dragon, Zudri, Small World. All the other cards cheap as fuck, okay? Cheap as fuck. This is, in my opinion, the best $50 deck. Okay? It is, because if you're going first, you're definitely going to win. You are going to win, I promise you, every time you're going first. If you don't brick, you're gonna go first. And you're not gonna brick as much. Okay? Trust me, you're not going to. I promise you. I'll put my name on this. Okay? Maybe like once maximum twice in a local tournament you might break, but besides that, fuck it, you're not going to. You're gonna win a lot of OTS packs. Okay, promise you. Then you can thank me later. Okay, take care guys, bye bye. Oh, come to Patreon. I got my new competitive Blackwing deck over there. It's insane. Okay, also the Black Synchron deck profile is also going to be there in a couple hours. Yeah, take care, bye bye.